Otherkin, a subculture who socially and spiritually identify as not entirely human. The origin of Otherkin can be traced back to Elfenkind Digest, a mailing list started in 1990 by a student at the University of Kentucky for elves and interested observers. Since then, the Otherkin community has thrived both online and in real life, with members largely identifying as mythical creatures such as dragons, elves, fairies, animals, and aliens. My name's Anthony Padilla, and today I'm going to be sitting down with Otherkin to learn the truth behind this mysterious community and how they operate in the 21st century. Have Otherkin transcended our trivial human reality, enabling them to connect with other mythical and astral worlds? Or are they just perverse humans unable to cope with the day-to-day interactions necessary to survive in modern society? Hi, Naia. Hi, Luis.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for coming out and teaching me about the wondrous world of Otherkin.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
So what do you consider yourself? Otherkin, just non-human, or?
I try to become an elf.
You're trying to become an elf?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of plastic surgery, like, fantasy kind of features in my face and body to become something that doesn't look really natural.
I consider myself a British Columbia wolf and red fox Therian.
So yes. That's different than Otherkin, or is it in the same realm?
So Otherkin is more of an umbrella term. So Otherkin refers to people who identify in some way as non-human. Therian is a more specific term referring to animals that are living or were once living on this earth.
Basically, if it really existed in the realm of reality.
Right, that would be Therian.
So what does being Otherkin entail?
You identify usually spiritually or psychologically or both. I've seen cases where it's been neither, but you have this deep identification as something that is not human. For me, it's wolf.
Being an Otherkin means that you don't feel entirely or completely human. In my case, it's something non-related to reality. I'm trying to become something from fantasy.
What non-human species or kin type do you identify as?
Do you know what Pleiadians are?
Pleiadians?
Yeah.
No.
They are a kind of elves that comes from space. They are beings from love and light, and they live in space and care about the earth, and I really like it.
So you are a creature built on love and light from space.
Exactly.
When did you first become cognizant that you were Otherkin?
So when I was about 10 or 11, I had this friend on this Danny Phantom, the cartoon of
Hell yeah.
And I met this girl about my age and we became friends. And she went into this anime phase. You have to watch Wolf's Rain. What is Wolf? You have to watch it. I'm not going to tell you the plot. You just have to watch it. So I watch it. I see, the intro with Kiba, that's the main character, the white wolf, and I'm like, this is me.
So automatically when you saw the intro.
Right. So I did a bunch of research. I watched all sorts of documentaries on wolves. I read all I could about wolves. And by age 12, I knew I was a wolf.
If there were a way to permanently alter every aspect of your body to represent the species that you identify with, would you do it?
I will be taller.
Yeah.
I will be transparent. I will have very big eyes. I will have my hair super long, maybe floating and stuff. But well, that's not possible. So I stay with the things I can do with surgery. My next surgery, for example, will be a mask under my skin.
Under your skin?
Yeah, it's my entire chin, my entire jawline, my cheekbones, and my eyebrows. So yeah, it's basically like a plastic mask under my face.
Is that to completely alter the shape of your face?
Do you remember Angelina Jolie in Maleficent? Well,
yes.
I might do something like that.
You're gonna look like Angelina Jolie in Maleficent?
Maybe, I'm still deciding because it's really extreme, but I like extremes.
How many plastic surgeries have you had?
It's around 30. I did my vampire hairline. I did my nose 2 times. I changed my eye color. This is contact lens, of course.
Yeah. Was that the worst pain you've ever felt in your life?
Actually, no. The worst was in my eyes, but for the shape.
You changed the shape of your eyes?
Yeah, I had cantopexy. It's like they put threads in your eyes and then they pull so your eyes turn like the cat ones.
There's thread in your eye and they change the shape of your eyeball.
And that one was Terrible. I screamed when I woke up from the surgery. It was so bad that I wanted to tear my eyes apart because they hurt so much. It was like razors in my eyeball.
When you're feeling your most authentic, do you have any go-to things that you do to embrace your Otherkin identity?
There's something called mental shifting. And mental shifting is when a Therian gets kind of, their mindset becomes more like their stereotype. So I would become more wolf-like. So if I'm out in the woods, I'm full-on wolf. Like if I'm with close friends, what's the problem?
Yeah, and what are you doing when you're out there?
So we're running around. We do kind of play as wolves.
Like on all fours?
At times, yes. Sometimes we're two-legged, making wolf vocal stuff. But here's something I might do when I'm out there as far as a howl.
Sure. Whoa. How'd you feel when doing that?
Good. Like, it gets me...
Your eyes teared up.
Yeah. It gets me... It does get me, like... It puts me in this space where it's a release. It's all of my build-up, all of my... What I have to repress throughout the day.
Yeah.
It, like, comes out in that howl.
Do you hold being an Otherkin as a secret, or do you publicly announce it?
On all levels except physical, I am a wolf. I mean, I'm a meme, right? You can't undo a meme.
You're not a fan of that meme?
That was a misrepresentation of me. That was a misrepresentation of a community that I'm a big part of, and that I'm deeply ashamed of myself for letting down. And that I regret that deeply.
Has identifying as Otherkin altered your eating habits?
I'm savage AF. There's this scene in the logo doc of me just like tearing up pizza.
Yeah.
And even after that was filmed, people were like, my friend who was in it with me, Naia, are you sure? Like, do you want that on? That's how I eat.
I actually will eat myself if I remove my ribs.
Wait.
I was thinking about that.
Wait.
There's a surgery I like that it's the rib removal to have a waist, like a really nice tight waist.
Okay.
And I was thinking doing like a barbecue with my own ribs sounds like really extreme and strange, and I would love to see how I taste.
You're saying that you would get your ribs removed to have a thinner waist, and then you would eat your ribs over a barbecue to know how you taste?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
How important do you feel it is to alter your appearance to look like the Otherkin that you identify as?
Well, it's very important because that's how I feel. So if I don't like how I look in the mirror, how I will like somebody else or like the life I'm living. So
I would love a quad suit.
Yeah.
If any of you want to get me a quad suit, hit me up.
Yo, if you want to donate a quad suit, how much do those cost?
I have no idea. There are a few thousand, I think.
If you want to donate a couple $1,000 to Naia.
The Wolf Girl Fund.
How do your parents feel about you being Otherkin?
Indifferent.
Indifferent,
Completely indifferent.
But supportive?
They're not supportive. I think at this point, it's just become so normalized because they've lived dealing with it that it's just, it doesn't shock or phase or
they just say, oh, my wolf child.
Yeah.
My family wasn't very supportive at first because, plastic surgery is a really extreme decision to do.
Are they supportive now?
They are supportive now because they have seen all the positive things that bring to my life. Socially, in work, love, confidence, and just happiness in general.
Has being Otherkin affected any of your other relationships?
I've been rejected a few times when they realized I was kin.
You were rejected because of it?
But I've also it's also caused me to find some amazing people.
How do you feel when you're rejected for that?
If you're gonna reject me, there's a million different facets of Naia Okami.
Yeah.
There's a million different facets of Anthony Padilla, right? When you're done with this, everywhere you go, you're not the Smosh guy or the YouTube guy or you have all these different thoughts and beliefs, and if you're gonna reject all of that without knowing it because I identify in a wolf-like way, you're lost.
What are some of the biggest ways your life has been altered since you realized that you're not entirely human?
Actually, when it started, it was kind of bad because I got bullied from being so different, and the bullying was extreme. Being obligated to eat acid, for example.
Eat acid?
Acid, yeah. Or throw boiling water or call names
People
and stuff.
would throw
that was
boiling
the
water at you?
Yeah. a lot of extreme stuff. I have many
sorry.
scars from that. Don't worry. I actually think that everything happens for a reason. You know, they bullied me because I was different. But right now, people love me for the same reasons I was bullied before. Many people say they were sorry.
How does that make you feel when they apologize?
Actually, kind of good for them because I know now that people is changing. Not just them. All the world is changing. They are more comprehensive. They are more open-minded. The love is growing, and that's what we need because the world is ending, and we have to love each other and work together to make this a better place. This can be haven if we all put our hands together.
Kelly wants to know your thoughts about furries and how they differ from Otherkin.
An Otherkin can choose to be a furry. A furry cannot choose to be an Otherkin.
You just have to.
Otherkin is an integral identification. A furry creates a character, a persona, and often plays as or draws that character, but it is not their identity.
Why do you think it wasn't until recently when the Otherkin community became so popular in mainstream media?
The reason I think there's all this sudden popularity in it is it's different. And you know, I think one person found it, probably, unfortunately, people who are looking to make expletive, you know, documentaries. They found it, did it, I got memed. They kind of knew what they wanted to produce before they interviewed me, and it wasn't what I was looking for as far as being in.
They wanted to paint Otherkin as silly?
As something, yeah, as like this silly, jovial, look at these guys who, you know, dress up as animals, and they blurred the line where they put furries in there, and
They wanted to create something controversial, something to show that people should laugh at you.
yeah, but the fact it got memed, that means other people who would not normally care are exposed to it.
Yeah, for me, it was seeing the meme and then understanding that this community existed in the first place.
Can you say that you're my fan then?
I am your biggest fan. I am your biggest fan.
No, don't be one of those.
What's the biggest hardship about being Otherkin?
Trying to externalize it because, you know, with plastic surgery, it hurts. It's painful, like in a body level.
But you feel it on the inside, and you feel like you have to
Yeah,
show the world.
You feel pain externally, but inside you don't know how good it feels. You feel like you are becoming yourself.
How does hanging out with Otherkin friends differ from hanging out with normies?
Normies suck. Okay.
Normies suck!
Normies suck, bro.
You hear that, normies? You suck!
But no, like, I like hanging out with people who are interesting.
Yeah.
Whether that be because they're Otherkin, or maybe they're from this other fringe culture that I find interesting. I like hanging out with people who aren't cookie cutters.
What would you say to someone watching who's questioning their identity and maybe feels like they might identify as Otherkin, but they're too ashamed to let the world know?
People, and I want to say this to all of you, there are cringy wolf jumping and stuff videos on YouTube. Some by kids, some by teenagers, and some by young adults. Don't bully them. You know, this whole cringe culture is BS.
Yeah.
You know, the stuff that you do with your friends and you have fun doing that you would never post on social media, but you know you love, these people are brave enough to post that and be like, this is a part of me I want to meet. And these people, you're just crushing them.
Everyone wants to talk things down, and I feel like it's leaving people as shells of who they really are because they're afraid of being judged.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys something. You don't know somebody's identity. Don't claim to. You need to subscribe to Anthony's channel. And do you know why you need to subscribe?
Why?
I might just tear you to shreds.
All right, you got 5 seconds to shout out, promote anything you want directly into camera. Go.
Go to my Instagram, luispadron.elf. I answer all my DMs and comments, plastic surgery related or not.
Community.com, NaiaOkami.me. Community for Otherkin, Naia Okami if you want to learn about the wolf girl.
Thank you so much, Luis. I feel like I fully understand the wondrous world of Otherkin. After spending the day with these Otherkin, I've come to realize how much they, like anyone else, strive to live their life authentically and without fear of judgment. Shouldn't we strive for a society in which acceptance of different beliefs and identities is encouraged? Who are we to judge these otherkin for fully embracing and expressing themselves? See you later, bye guys.
Press a like.
Maybe you can be an otherkin too. You can be an elf, actually. These are prosthetics.
Yeah.
I already did my ears with plastic surgery, so
Yeah.
I can give you these ones for you.
Oh, okay, so
You wanna try?
You want me to try the ears? Okay. Hello. I am just any other elf from space who feeds on air and energy. Is that right?
You look strange. Oh my god.
You don't like it?
Yeah, I kind of like it, but it's kind of... Oh my god, that's how I look.